Hey everybody, welcome back to Tech Odyssey. So today I'm here with my review of the new mobile G3. Now this is the first time I've ever used a new mobile device, so I was very happy that they were able to send it out to me so I could test it out, put it through the paces, and offer my opinion on this very good budget tier device that you can get unlocked. You can get it for 199 bucks. It comes in this nice red color, ruby red. You can get it in blue. You can get it in a tiger eye color. It looks very good. It's very much modeled after kind of like the Samsung Galaxy S8 appearance. Even the antenna bands on top. It looks really nice. So presentation is definitely winning with this phone. Now, along with presentation, it has a couple other flashy things under the hood. For being a $199 unlocked phone, it's running Android 8.0, no Pie yet, but it does have a 5.7-inch HD Plus display, 1440 by 720p LCD screen, MediaTek Helio P25 8-core processor, 4 gigabytes of RAM, 64 gigabytes of storage. It can hold up to an additional 128 gigabyte SD card. It has a dual camera setup on the back, a 13 megapixel f2.0 aperture and a 5 megapixel, so you can get portrait mode shots. It has a 13 megapixel selfie camera on the front, and then it has a 3000 milliamp battery. But it's very nice, especially you can see you rotate the device here, you get that nice reflective color changing tiger eye appearance, which is pretty cool. Now, very simple setup around the outside. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't have wireless charging. It doesn't have IP68 dust and water resistance. We're going to take this off. This is the case that comes with it. There we go. You have to see all those fingerprints. This is a really good looking phone. I really like this red color. HTC is kind of the one that started this trend with the U11 about a year and a half or two ago, and then a lot of other phones have picked up on it now and have just run with it, and it looks so good. Even especially with the color-coded fingerprint sensor there. The fingerprint sensor works good. Dual cameras in the vertical setup there. LED flash. Up here on top we've got our SD card slot. We've got the power button and the volume rockers over here on the right, which is nice. All in one place. Power button here, volume up there. No button over here on the left side, which I am a big fan of. And then on the bottom we've got our speaker and USB-C charging port. It's actually this one over here on the left and on the right, and that's one of the biggest complaints I have with this phone. It is a little irritating when you're trying to watch shows or play games and your hand will inevitably cover up that speaker, so you're going to lose out on some of the sound experience. So you got to get used to holding it properly where you don't mess that up. Now we've got our camera here on the front. Put the handset speaker up there, and overall this is just a fantastic looking device. I could not be more impressed for 200 bucks. So super cool. You see the antenna band design up there, and then it's kind of tapered off, and it looks very much like the Samsung Galaxy S8, and I'm not complaining one bit because this is definitely doing it justice. So we've got the fingerprint sensor set up on the back here. I'll show you how quick it is. I'll press it now. There we go. So it's pretty quick. It's accurate. I haven't had any problems with it whatsoever. I do have the screen turned down right now as far as the brightness goes, so it'll pick up properly on my phone. It has Gboard installed straight out of the box, so that works well. You've got your Google Assistant news feed over here, so you can see all the stuff that's important to you, which I'm a big fan of. It's really nice to be able to see those things and it pops up. It does come, it's got Chrome, it's got a complement of Google stuff on here. I did go ahead and install some games so I could test it out, because who doesn't like to play games on their phone? Now, this doesn't give you the top-end performance that you would like for some high-end games. You can play PUBG on here. You have to play it on like low settings, but it will work. It works really well. I went ahead and deleted it because I'm not a big PUBG fan, but I did want to go ahead and test it out, and it just takes a long time to run through it whenever you're trying to show this stuff off. But it works. War Robots is kind of playable. That's one of the more intensive games that even like trying to run it on a Samsung Snapdragon 821, 2 years ago, you would still have some problems. I mean, I upgraded a phone twice so I could maximize my game playing ability on War Robots. So it is playable on here, but I definitely wouldn't recommend it if that's what you're looking for as far as a gaming phone. But if you're looking for a great phone that has a solid balance between performance, power, and aesthetics, then this is a really, really good option, especially at the $199 price point. I'll go ahead and fire up Boom Beach real quick, just because, I mean, I pretty much always show that off in my reviews. Show you the sound here. So it does have very good volume. It has a good blend between the different sounds and stuff. So you can see here as we're zooming in and out, it's nice and smooth. I'll go ahead and attack something real quick just so you can see what that looks like. Turn the volume down a little bit there. Oh. It would help if I hit the volume button and not the power button. Alright, so get back in the game. Alright, so we're going to mess up their world here. Get the barrage there. So, even firing off the barrage and all that stuff all at once, you can see that it doesn't slow down, it doesn't stutter. So you can play this with confidence and enjoy it and don't have to worry about the experience slowing down at all. So I'll go ahead and turn that one off. Try and close this out. Okay, there we go. Alright, so that one works really well. Alto's Odyssey is another classic favorite of mine, so if you're interested in playing games, this is another one that works really well. The sound experience is good too. Just remember when you're holding it, make sure you don't cover it up, and I'll go ahead and demonstrate that here as I'm playing. But the color balance is good. The LCD saturation is very good, especially for a $200 phone. This one also works really well. Don't have to worry about it slowing down at all. You just have to worry about smacking into the sand and crashing. But here we go. So I'll demonstrate. So we're playing the game, and we cover up, oh darn, we covered up the speaker. So I mean, you still get some sound, but it definitely muffles it quite a bit. But another solid game that works just fine. So like I said, you can use it for more than casual gaming. You're not limited to just playing solitaire and other stuff like that. Now the camera is something that actually works surprisingly well. It's good with still frame shots. It does video, you got photo, you got all these different modes down here. Portrait mode, you can adjust the digital bokeh effect, you can change this. So let's see if we can find something over there. So here. So the more that you have it over here, the more it blurs out in the back. Oops. Alright. So this right here, if I could quit messing with the slider. This is hard to do, looking through the camera. Okay. So this way blurs it out more. That way blurs it out less. So let's see if we can figure this out. See, more blurred, less blurred. There we go. Alright, so we got beauty mode. You got some different filter options on there, so you can smooth out the skin, make it look more attractive and smooth out and pretty. You got panorama, which pretty much sucks. And it's not even the phone's fault, just panorama in general is utterly terrible. Black and white, and then you got pro mode, so if you want to go hands-on pro mode and adjust the stuff manually. Alright, the touchscreen works just fine. I'm trying to press the buttons while I'm watching on the screen. So you adjust the white balance, ISO, you can put those on auto, magnification, all that good stuff. So that allows you to take some more pro shots there. You can get to the settings here, you can adjust the picture size, anti-flicker, image properties, shutter sound. Not a whole lot in there to mess with. And if you want, you can just swipe from left to right like this to get to the different modes. So I will show you some of the pictures that I took. The black and white mode I actually like. Here's a nice portrait shot that I took with a little green apple on my table. I haven't been able to go out and take pictures outside because the weather has been utterly terrible, which I imagine it probably has been for you as well. So there's a normal apple photo. There's the portrait mode with a little bit of that digital bokeh effect. There's two apples I took pictures of side by side with a dark backdrop, which was the granite countertop. I did take some pictures from Nesquik. Stuff's delicious. So got the normal picture there, we got the portrait mode there, and then we got the cool black and white. But the clarity, the sharpness is really good, the color accuracy. If you want something that's just a dependable, good quality shooter, then the camera on here is more than adequate. It's much better than some of the ones that I've tested out and looked at in this price range. One cool thing with notification settings in here, under the display, it has facial unlock, and I've got that set up, so I'll show you how well that works. So if you go in here into advanced properties, it does have mirror cast. You can do adaptive brightness, adjust the navigation bar. The notification LED is what I want to show you. So you've got a notification LED for charging, low battery, and missed notifications. If you miss something, you get a notification for it. It'll flash blue. Low battery, it'll flash red, and then charging, it will light up red when it's charging, and then green when it's fully charged. So that's kind of neat. I do like LEDs. I like colored LEDs to tell me what's going on. So overall impressions of the phone, I really like it a lot, especially for the $200 price point. It's good for browsing, it's good for games. The sensitivity when browsing, and it could be a little bit better. It's not as responsive as some other things, but as you can see, I mean, it works perfectly fine. I like to go to slickdeals.net. They have lots of good stuff there. But for day in and day out usage is perfectly fine. The haptic feedback is about the only other thing that's kind of eh. And it does have, I mean, the haptic feedback is not bad. It's just that, you know, for a $200 phone, it's good haptic feedback. I will say that. If it were like $400 or $500 phone, I'd be like, eh. But I've used some $400 or $500 phones that have haptic feedback, which is the vibration whenever it does things. You interact with it, you touch the screen, you touch the keyboard as you're, you know, typing your key presses. It could be better, but then again, there's a lot more expensive phones that have haptic feedback that's not nearly as good. For instance, I'm using my Red Hydrogen 1 phone to film this right now, and it has utterly terrible haptic feedback, and it's like a $1,300 phone. So New Mobile did not do bad in this department. It's just I spend the majority of my time on my phone typing, so it kind of throws me off when I'm trying to type fast. It just kind of messes with, I don't know, the brain connectivity with the fingers and the typing and all that good stuff. But overall, solid phone. If you're looking for something good that'll get you through the day, that will allow you to play some games, it's great for social media. It's great for all of that wonderful stuff that you want to do on your phone. This is a solid option, especially in this red. The red is darn right sexy. It's a very good looking phone, and it works well, and you're running Android 8.0. I don't know if Pi is going to come available to it, but I hope so. We'll see what happens when the G4 comes out, if it has Pi, and if they also, you know, drop a software update for this one as well. But this is my review for the New Mobile G3. Check them out on their website, which is newmobile.com, and you can go ahead and take a look at what they have going on and see what other devices that they have, if this is something that you're interested in. As always, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down in the comment section. I'll get back with you, and I'll see you guys next time.